So if you hear some noises, that's why my dog is complaining that I've got another dog on my lap. But anyway, agency drivers, they get blamed for a lot of stuff. And if you want the honest truth, rightly so, because they don't give a flying toss. When I was an agency driver, perhaps I was an exception. I did care about the company I worked for, and what I was doing. And I've always had mostly the respect for other drivers, but that's a different story, isn't it? If you're an agency driver, expect to be messed about. With this HGV driving job, expect to be pissed off. It's not an easy job by any standards, and you could earn more money filling shelves in the supermarket. That's how bad the pay is. And if you're thinking about becoming a HGV driver, don't. That's my advice. I've been doing it 41 years, and if you want the honest truth, don't do it. It is stressful. It is dangerous. You get no respect. You've got to deal with those absolute arseholes in the transport office, warehouses, RDCs, and you got those morons and muppets on the road. You'll face other HGV drivers that nearly run you off the road. You get van drivers that cut you up and don't give a toss, and you get car drivers that got their heads stuck up their asses and don't give a flying monkeys. So, back to the original thing, and that is, it's about, how do I put this? Bear with me, I'm just thinking something. I just want to try something. Right, done. So, in my opinion, right, and that's this. Oh, excuse the bird tweeting as well. It's my lap's a dog's parlour, a dog's bed. And what I'll say to you is this, right? A lot of the problems is how you manage your emotions, how you deal with things in life and turn it into a skill or roadcraft. Being a HGV, no Monty, get down. Being a HGV driver takes a lot. I mean a lot. And I've been doing it 41 years. And I will say this, what I know now, if I knew then, would I have done it? Probably not. Because people just don't care. And if you're wanting to go into this career of a HGV driver, it takes a lot. And I mean a lot. Don't get me wrong, even us skilled drivers have our bad days. But the secret with this job is managing your emotions. That is the biggest help or advice I can tell you. Don't let people piss on your strawberries. Don't let them annoy you. If you can rise above that, you will get a long way in this job. But going back to my original question regarding agencies, it's the only way perhaps getting your experience. That's what I did in the first place. But no. But what I would suggest to you is, if you can, get with a firm that will put you on their books. In other words, become a full-time employee. That is the best avenue to go down, because they will teach you things. But if you really, really want to go into HGV driving, start with 7.5 tonners. That will give you the basics, the skills what you need to learn. And never excuse my doggy. He wants my attention. Don't ya? Shall I go and keep him quiet? Bear with, we'll be back in a minute. I hope I'm talking about the same subject. Right, because obviously you go away from the camera and you do other things. And yeah, sometimes the old brain thinks, what was I making videos about? Don't remember. Oh well, hopefully. Right, going back to what I was saying about agency driver, I think it was the subject. Now, I've covered various things, and the problem is that how do you get the experience if you haven't got no experience? Well, as I said, you're better off doing 7.5 ton work, building up your career, right? You can't, it is best not to jump in feet first, because you can end up spending a lot of money on a HGV license that you never use. And it's better to start with the basics, yeah? Find out what it's like. Start with the small stuff, then build up to the big stuff. Because if you go for a HGV license, one, you could waste your money because you don't like the job. Two, you could end up killing yourself because you're inexperienced. And three, you need the experience first before you get into it. How do you think people used to do apprenticeships in the old days? You learn from someone who's got the experience. And this is what I'm saying to you. There's not really someone you could say, look, teach me this, teach me that, tell me all this and that. Go with. Without going too much into detail, you're better off doing a 7.5 ton driving course. Start with the basics, start building your skills up and managing your emotions. That is one of the biggest things you'll come across. So my advice is start small, getting your attitude right, and then hopefully you become a long-term lorry driver. But it takes years of skill. You don't, even I'm 64 and I've been doing 41 years, I still learn things. And don't think you know it all, because you won't. You never will. And don't be afraid to ask questions. And if you're not happy with something, say no. Golden tip for you. If you're not happy, say no. Alright? Please like, share and subscribe, and leave a comment below to know what you think. And sorry about the dogs barking or growling, or the birds. So it's my family home. Can't do a lot about it. So see you soon. Bye bye.